The ultimate 30-30-30 home organization method. Stop everything you're doing right now. I'm about to reveal a life-changing secret that will completely revolutionize your home in just 7 days. What if I told you there's a scientifically backed method that's already helped over 50,000 families worldwide escape the endless cycle of clutter and chaos? A method so powerful that people are calling it the home organization miracle, and you're about to discover exactly how it works. But here's the catch. If you don't implement what I'm about to share with you in the next 21 minutes, you'll continue to waste hours every single day searching for misplaced items, feeling overwhelmed by the mess surrounding you, and experiencing that constant mental fog that comes from living in disorder. Before we dive into this game-changing method, do me a quick favor. If you've ever felt frustrated by the state of your home, hit that subscribe button right now and ring the notification bell. Trust me, what you're about to learn will be worth every second, and I don't want you to miss any of the advanced strategies I'll be sharing in upcoming videos. Also, drop a comment below telling me your biggest home organization challenge. I read every single comment, and your input helps me create content that truly serves you. The revolutionary 30-30-30 method that's changing lives. Welcome to the most comprehensive guide you'll ever need on home organization. I'm Sarah Martinez, and after helping thousands of families transform their living spaces, I've discovered that the 30-30-30 rule isn't just about cleaning. It's about reclaiming your life, your peace of mind, and your happiness. This method is so effective because it addresses the 3 fundamental pillars of home organization that most people completely ignore. While others are wasting time on complicated systems that nobody can stick to, you'll be using a simple, scientifically designed approach that works with your brain's natural patterns, not against them. The 30-30-30 rule consists of 3 daily actions that take less than 90 minutes combined, but deliver results that will amaze you. By the end of this week, your home will be completely transformed, and by the end of this month, maintaining that transformation will be as automatic as brushing your teeth. But I need to warn you about something crucial. If you're someone who just watches videos without taking action, this won't work for you. The families who see miraculous results are the ones who pause this video, grab a notebook, and start implementing these strategies immediately. So grab something to write with because we're about to dive deep. Strategy 1. The Daily Decluttering Revolution. Eliminate 30 items. The foundation of the 30-30-30 method begins with what I call the Daily Decluttering Revolution. Every single day, you're going to identify and remove exactly 30 items from your home that no longer serve your life. This isn't just about throwing things away. It's about making strategic decisions that will compound into life-changing results. Here's what most people don't understand about clutter. It's not just taking up physical space in your home, it's literally hijacking your mental energy. Neuroscience research shows that excess visual stimuli in your environment increases cortisol production, the stress hormone that leaves you feeling anxious and overwhelmed even when you can't pinpoint why. When I first discovered this principle, I was skeptical too. 30 items seemed like an enormous number. But here's the shocking truth. The average American home contains over 300,000 items. That means you're surrounded by things you forgot you owned, things you'll never use again, and things that are actively making your life more complicated. Let me walk you through the exact process that's worked for thousands of families. Start by selecting your smallest, most contained space, perhaps your bathroom medicine cabinet, a single kitchen drawer, or your bedside table. This is crucial because starting small builds momentum and confidence. Grab a donation box, a trash bag, and set a timer for 15 minutes. Begin by removing everything from your chosen space and placing it on a nearby surface. Now comes the magic question that changes everything. When was the last time I actually used this item? If the answer is more than 12 months ago, it goes in the donation box immediately.
For bathroom items, this might include expired medications that you've been ignoring, skincare products that didn't work for your skin type, duplicate items like multiple bottles of the same shampoo, hair accessories you never wear, or towels that have seen better days. Each item you remove is one less decision your brain has to make every single day. In the kitchen, look for gadgets that seemed essential when you bought them but now gather dust. Expired spices that have lost their potency, duplicate utensils, containers without matching lids, and appliances that were impulse purchases. The goal isn't to create a sterile environment, it's to keep only the items that actively improve your daily life. As you continue this process day after day, something remarkable happens. Your decision-making speed dramatically improves. What takes 15 minutes on day 1 will take only 5 minutes by day 7. You're literally training your brain to make faster, more confident choices about what deserves space in your life. The psychological benefits begin immediately. Clients consistently report feeling lighter, more energetic, and less anxious after just 3 days of consistent decluttering. Your home begins to breathe again, spaces that felt cramped suddenly feel spacious, and you rediscover rooms and storage areas you'd forgotten existed. But here's the secret that separates successful declutterers from those who give up. Celebrate every single item you remove. Don't focus on how much more there is to do. Acknowledge that each decision is a victory. You're not just organizing your home, you're developing the skill of decisive action that will benefit every area of your life.
Strategy 2. The strategic placement system. Organize 30 objects. Once you've freed up space through decluttering, the second pillar of the 30-30-30 method focuses on strategic placement. Every day, you'll identify 30 objects that are currently homeless and give each one a specific, logical location based on how frequently you use it and where you use it most. This is where most organization attempts fail catastrophically. People skip this crucial step and wonder why their spaces return to chaos within weeks. Having fewer things means nothing if those things don't have designated homes where they naturally belong. The science behind strategic placement is fascinating. When objects have consistent locations, your brain creates neural pathways that make finding and returning items completely automatic. You stop wasting mental energy on basic decisions like, where did I put my keys? And start using that cognitive power for more important things. Let me teach you the strategic placement formula that has revolutionized thousands of homes. Every object should be stored based on 3 factors: frequency of use, point of view, and logical grouping. Items you use daily should be in the most accessible locations. Items you use weekly can be slightly less convenient, and items you use monthly or less can be stored in harder-to-reach places. For example, in your kitchen, your everyday dishes should be in the cabinet closest to your dishwasher. Your coffee supplies should be directly above or beside your coffee maker, and your cooking utensils should be within arm's reach of your stove. This seems obvious, but you'd be amazed how many people have their daily use items scattered randomly throughout their space. Start your strategic placement session by walking through your home with a notebook and identifying 30 objects that are currently in illogical locations. This might include scissors that somehow migrated to the bathroom when they belong in your desk drawer, chargers that are scattered throughout the house instead of being in a designated charging station, or cleaning supplies that are stored far from where you actually clean. As you relocate each item, ask yourself 3 questions. Where do I use this most often? What other items do I use with this? And how can I make this as convenient as possible to both access and return? The answers will guide you to the perfect location. Create what I call functional neighborhoods in your home. All office supplies live together. All first aid items live together. All electronics accessories live together. This prevents the scattered, random placement that makes finding anything a frustrating treasure hunt. One of the most powerful aspects of strategic placement is the ripple effect it creates. When family members can easily find what they need, they're more likely to return items to their proper places. When returning items is convenient, maintaining organization becomes effortless instead of a constant struggle. The time savings from strategic placement are extraordinary. My clients report saving 20 to 30 minutes per day simply because they're no longer searching for misplaced items. Over a year, that's more than 100 hours of reclaimed time, time you can spend on activities that actually matter to you.
Strategy 3. The Surface Mastery Method. Clean 30 surfaces. The third pillar of the 30-30-30 method is what I call surface mastery. Every day, you'll clean exactly 30 surfaces in your home using a strategic approach that keeps your entire space looking fresh and inviting without overwhelming yourself with marathon cleaning sessions. Here's what most people get wrong about cleaning. They wait until surfaces are visibly dirty before taking action. By then, the cleaning task has become significantly more difficult and time-consuming. Surface mastery prevents problems before they become overwhelming by maintaining surfaces before they reach the crisis point. The psychology behind this approach is brilliant. When you walk into a room with clean, clutter-free surfaces, your brain immediately registers the space as calm and under control. Even if there are other imperfections in the room, clean surfaces create an overall impression of order that reduces stress and increases your sense of well-being. Let me explain the surface priority system that makes this strategy incredibly efficient. Not all surfaces are created equal. Some have a disproportionate visual impact on how organized your space appears. High-impact surfaces include kitchen counters, bathroom vanities, coffee tables, dining tables, and the top of your dresser. These surfaces are at eye level and in high-traffic areas, so keeping them pristine creates maximum visual improvement with minimal effort. Medium-impact surfaces include things like nightstands, desk surfaces, windowsills, and cabinet tops. These contribute to the overall sense of order, but aren't as visually prominent. Low-impact surfaces include things like the tops of tall furniture, inside cabinets, and under-sink areas, important for thorough cleaning but not crucial for daily visual appeal. Your daily surface cleaning should focus primarily on high-impact areas, with medium and low-impact surfaces rotated in as time permits. Start each session by doing a visual sweep of your main living areas and identifying which surfaces would benefit most from attention. The tools for surface mastery are refreshingly simple: a high-quality microfiber cloth, a spray bottle with water and a small amount of gentle cleaner, and perhaps a small vacuum for crumbs and debris. The key is having these tools easily accessible so there's no friction between noticing a surface needs attention and actually addressing it. Develop what I call the 2-minute surface scan routine. Several times throughout your day, take just 2 minutes to visually scan your environment and address any surfaces that need quick attention. Wipe down the bathroom counter after your morning routine, clear and clean the kitchen counter after preparing meals, and do a final living room surface check before bed. The compounding effect of daily surface maintenance is remarkable. Surfaces that once required heavy scrubbing and significant time investment now need only light wiping. Your home maintains a consistently fresh, clean appearance that makes you feel proud and relaxed in your own space.
Strategy 4. Building unbreakable maintenance systems. Creating organization is one challenge, but maintaining it is where most people struggle and ultimately fail. The fourth component of the 30-30-30 method focuses on building maintenance systems so simple and automatic that they become as natural as any other daily habit. The fatal flaw in most organization approaches is treating it as a one-time project rather than an ongoing lifestyle. People spend a weekend organizing their entire home, feel accomplished for a few days, then watch helplessly as everything returns to chaos. This happens because they haven't built systems to maintain their progress. Effective maintenance systems work with your existing routines rather than requiring you to completely change your lifestyle. The most sustainable habits are ones that attach to things you're already doing consistently. This is called habit stacking, and it's the secret to making organization truly automatic. Let me walk you through the exact maintenance systems that keep thousands of homes organized long-term. First, establish reset moments throughout your day. These are specific times when you take just 2-3 minutes to restore order to key areas. For example, after your morning coffee, take 2 minutes to reset your kitchen. After changing clothes, take 1 minute to deal with the clothes you just removed. Before watching evening TV, take 3 minutes to reset your living room.
Create location-specific maintenance routines that address the areas that get messy fastest. In the kitchen, this might mean immediately washing dishes after meals rather than letting them accumulate, wiping down counters after food preparation, and doing a quick floor sweep after cooking. These actions take minimal time in the moment but prevent the buildup that leads to overwhelming cleaning sessions. Implement what I call transition rituals, brief routines that help you shift between different parts of your day while maintaining organization. When you come home from work, instead of dropping everything randomly, spend 2 minutes putting away your work items, hanging up your coat, and clearing any surface clutter that accumulated during the day. The key to sustainable maintenance is making the system so simple that you can follow them even on your worst days. If a system requires high energy or complex decision-making, it will fail when you're tired, stressed, or busy. The best systems are almost mindless in their simplicity. Track your maintenance habits for the first 30 days to ensure they're becoming automatic. Use a simple checklist or phone app to mark off your daily maintenance activities. This isn't about perfection, it's about consistency. Missing a day here and there won't derail your progress, but missing several days in a row will start to create problems.
Strategy 5. The 1-minute transformation rule. One of the most powerful tools for maintaining the 30-30-30 method is what I call the 1-minute transformation rule. This simple principle states that any task requiring less than 1 minute should be completed immediately rather than postponed. The psychology behind procrastination is fascinating. When we delay small tasks, they don't just sit passively waiting to be completed, they actively consume mental energy. Your brain continues to track these uncompleted tasks, creating what psychologists call attention residue that makes it harder to focus on other activities. Small delays create exponentially larger problems. A dish left in the sink for later becomes a sink full of dishes. A piece of clothing left on the bed becomes a pile of clothes. A few papers left on the counter become a chaotic paper mountain. The 1-minute rule prevents these snowball effects by addressing issues while they're still manageable. To implement this rule effectively, develop awareness of 1-minute opportunities throughout your day. When you finish using something, ask yourself, can I put this away in less than a minute? The answer is almost always yes. When you notice something out of place, resist the urge to think, I'll deal with that later, and simply address it immediately. Common 1-minute tasks include putting dishes directly into the dishwasher instead of the sink, hanging clothes in the closet instead of draping them over furniture, putting tools back in their designated spots after use, wiping down surfaces immediately after use, and throwing away trash rather than setting it aside for later. The cumulative impact of consistently following the 1-minute rule is extraordinary. Your home maintains itself almost effortlessly because problems never have a chance to accumulate. Family members also begin following your example, creating a culture of immediate action rather than procrastination. Practice identifying 1-minute tasks until it becomes automatic. Initially, you'll need to consciously ask yourself whether something can be done quickly, but eventually this assessment becomes subconscious. You'll find yourself naturally taking immediate action on small tasks without even thinking about it. Strategy 6. Creating functional zone systems. Most homes fail to stay organized because they lack clear functional zones. When every space serves multiple purposes, it becomes impossible to maintain consistent organization. The 6th strategy in our expanded system involves creating dedicated zones for specific activities and types of items. The human brain craves predictability and logical organization. When similar items are grouped together and activities have designated spaces, both finding things and maintaining order becomes significantly easier. This is why department stores organize products by category rather than scattering similar items throughout the building. Begin by mapping the activities that actually occur in your home. Cooking, eating, relaxing, working, sleeping, exercising, studying, and storage are common categories. Then designate specific areas for each activity and keep only relevant items in each zone. Your work zone should contain only items related to productivity and professional tasks. This might be a dedicated desk area, a corner of your dining room, or even a portable system that can be set up and taken down as needed.
The key is keeping work-related items separate from entertainment, cooking, or relaxation items. Create transition zones for items that naturally move throughout your home. A basket near the front door for keys, mail, and sunglasses prevents these items from being scattered randomly. A charging station prevents phone chargers from migrating to every room. A laundry sorting system prevents clothes from accumulating in inappropriate locations. The kitchen often benefits from microzones within the larger space. Create a coffee zone with everything needed for your morning routine, a cooking zone with utensils and ingredients near the stove, and a cleaning zone with supplies near the sink. This prevents the frustrating experience of constantly moving between different areas to complete simple tasks. Establish clear boundaries for each zone and communicate these boundaries to family members. When everyone understands that the dining table is only for eating and not for homework or craft projects, maintaining its organization becomes much simpler.
Strategy 7. The rotating assessment method. The 7th strategy addresses one of the most common decluttering challenges: difficulty deciding whether to keep items that might be useful someday. The rotating assessment method provides a practical solution that removes emotional stress from decluttering decisions. Many people get paralyzed during decluttering because they're trying to make permanent decisions about items they're unsure about. The fear of making the wrong choice leads to keeping everything, which defeats the purpose of decluttering entirely. The rotating assessment method works by creating a temporary holding space for questionable items. Get a clearly labeled box and fill it with items you're unsure about, things you haven't used recently but might need someday, items with sentimental value that you rarely access, or duplicate items that might be useful as backups. Seal the box, write the current date on it, and store it in an accessible location. For the next 6 months, whenever you need something from the box, remove it and return it to active use. This proves the item has genuine value in your life. However, if 6 months pass without opening the box, donate the entire contents without looking inside. This method works because it provides real-world proof of what you actually need versus what you think you might need. Most people discover they don't miss items from their rotating assessment boxes, which gives them confidence to make similar decisions in the future. To maximize effectiveness, you can operate multiple boxes on different timelines. While one box is in its assessment period, you can be filling another with newly questionable items. This creates a continuous flow that prevents accumulation while building decluttering confidence. The psychological benefit of this method is enormous. Instead of agonizing over individual items, you can quickly sort questionable things into the assessment box and move on with your decluttering session. This maintains momentum and prevents the emotional exhaustion that often leads to giving up entirely. Strategy 8. The 5-item reset system. The 8th strategy focuses on maintaining organization through micro-interventions that prevent major messes from developing. The 5-item reset system involves identifying and addressing 5 misplaced items every time you enter a room. The brilliance of this system lies in its psychological impact. When people see a room with 20 items out of place, they feel overwhelmed and often avoid dealing with the situation entirely. However, when the task is limited to just 5 items, it feels manageable and requires no mental preparation or energy conservation. Develop the habit of doing a quick visual scan every time you enter any room in your home. Look for the 5 most obviously misplaced items, things that clearly belong somewhere else or are creating visual clutter. This might include remote controls on the coffee table, magazines on the couch, dishes on furniture, clothing draped over chairs, or paper scattered on surfaces. The key is focusing on the most visually disruptive items first. These are usually things at eye level or in central locations that immediately draw attention. By addressing these 5 items, you create a disproportionately large improvement in how organized the room appears. This system works because it prevents the accumulation that leads to overwhelming cleaning sessions. Instead of letting misplaced items build up until the entire room feels chaotic, you're constantly making small corrections that maintain baseline organization. The time investment is minimal, typically 1 to 2 minutes per room, but the visual and psychological impact is significant.
Family members also begin to notice and appreciate the improved environment, which often motivates them to contribute to maintaining organization. Practice this system consistently for 1 week, and you'll be amazed at how much more organized your home feels without any major cleaning or organizing sessions. The compound effect of multiple small improvements creates results that feel almost magical.
Strategy 9. Morning and evening organization rituals. The 9th strategy involves creating bookend rituals that support all your other organizational efforts. Your morning and evening routines set the tone for organization success or failure throughout the day. Your morning ritual should be simple and energizing, designed to set up your home for daily success. This might include making your bed immediately upon waking, doing a quick walkthrough of main areas to address any overnight clutter, opening blinds or curtains to let in natural light, and ensuring that high-traffic surfaces are clear and ready for the day. The psychological impact of starting each day in an organized environment cannot be overstated. When you wake up to order rather than chaos, you begin the day feeling capable and in control rather than overwhelmed and behind. This positive momentum carries forward into other areas of your life. Your evening ritual is equally important because it prepares both your home and your mind for restorative sleep. Include activities such as doing a final reset of main living areas, preparing items needed for the next morning, ensuring the kitchen is clean and ready for breakfast preparation, and creating a calm, peaceful environment that supports relaxation. Many people underestimate how much their sleep quality is affected by their environment. When you go to bed knowing you'll wake up to an organized, peaceful home, your mind can fully relax instead of subconsciously worrying about the tasks waiting for you. Keep your rituals simple and sustainable. Start with just 2 to 3 actions in each ritual and add more only after these become completely automatic. The goal is consistency, not perfection. A simple ritual that you do every day is infinitely more valuable than an elaborate routine that you can only maintain occasionally.
Strategy 10. Embracing the minimalist mindset. The final strategy involves a fundamental shift in how you think about possessions and consumption. Embracing minimalism doesn't mean living in an empty space. It means being intentional about what you allow into your life and your home. The modern consumer culture encourages accumulation as a path to happiness and security. We're constantly told that having more options, more backup items, and more stuff will make our lives better. The reality is that excess possessions create more problems than they solve, consuming time, energy, and mental space that could be used for more meaningful pursuits. True minimalism is about understanding the difference between wants and needs, between impulse and intention. Every item in your home should either serve a clear functional purpose or bring genuine joy to your daily life. If something fails both tests, it's taking up valuable physical and mental space. Develop the habit of pausing before any purchase to ask yourself critical questions. Do I really need this, or do I just want it? Where will this live in my home? Do I already have something that serves this purpose? Will this simplify my life or complicate it? These questions help you make conscious decisions rather than impulse purchases. Regularly audit your belongings with minimalist principles in mind. Look for items you keep just in case but never actually use, duplicate items that serve the same function, and possessions that once brought joy but no longer fit your current lifestyle or preferences. The benefits of minimalist thinking extend far beyond home organization. When you own fewer things, you spend less time maintaining, organizing, and cleaning. You can invest in higher quality items that last longer because you're buying less overall. Your finances improve because you're making more conscious spending decisions. Most importantly, minimalism creates mental clarity and emotional freedom. When you're not surrounded by excess visual stimuli and maintenance responsibilities, your mind can focus on experiences, relationships, and activities that truly matter to you.
Your transformation starts now. We've covered the complete 30-30-30 system that has revolutionized thousands of homes and lives. These aren't just organization techniques, they're life skills that will serve you for decades to come.
The families who implement these strategies consistently report not just organized homes, but reduced stress, improved relationships, increased productivity, and a greater sense of control over their lives. Remember, transformation doesn't happen overnight, but it also doesn't require perfection. Start with the strategies that resonate most with your current situation and gradually incorporate others as these become habitual. The compound effect of small, consistent actions will create results that seem almost miraculous. Your organized, peaceful home is not just a dream, it's an achievable reality that's closer than you think. Every item you declutter, every surface you clean, and every organizational system you implement is an investment in your future happiness and well-being. The most successful people don't wait for motivation to strike. They take action and let momentum build from there. Choose one strategy from today's video and implement it before you go to bed tonight. Your future self will thank you for taking that crucial first step. If this video has inspired you to transform your home, I want to hear about your journey. Comment below and tell me which strategy you're implementing first and what your biggest organization challenge has been. Your story might inspire someone else to start their own transformation. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell because I have so much more life-changing content coming your way. Share this video with anyone who could benefit from these strategies. Sometimes the most powerful gift you can give someone is the knowledge that change is possible. Your dream home is waiting for you, and it starts with the decision to take action today. Let's create organized, peaceful, joyful homes together.